Welcome guys, welcome to new video tutorial series of JavaScript. So in this video we are going to learn about map in JavaScript. So map is basically like a for each loop which takes an array as input and provides output also as a array, but that is a different array, not the same array, which will be having the same number of items which was having in the input array. But map is going to return an object that will be having the same number of element which the input array was having. So let's create a example and then we can see what is map basically is, right? So let us create a script, and since default value is JavaScript, so we don't need to provide its type, right? And let's create an array. So where numbers, and let's put some value 10, 20, 50 and 30, right? So our input array is having 4 number of elements, so output array also will be having the number of elements is 4, but it can have anything because we can return any objects from the map function. So let us suppose if you want it, the output array should contain the double of each element. So suppose if we want to make it double, so let us create a variable double, array double, and let's provide numbers dot map. So map takes argument as a callback function. So it is a callback function, and its first parameter is basically, the first one is the item, second is index, and third is array. And I will explain you what all these things are. So item basically is in the first iteration the value of item will be 10. In the second iteration the value of item will be 20. In third iteration value of item will be 50. In fourth iteration value of item will be 30. In the same way, the value of index in first iteration will be 0. In second the value of index will be 1. In the third iteration it will be 2, and so on. And for array, in all the iteration, in each iteration its value would be same, that is the numbers having 10, 20, 50 and 30. And since we want to return double of each element, so as I told you, item will contain the value, so we need to provide item into 2, right? And let's just write it on console. Okay, so let us print whether it is going to print array or not. So original array, numbers, new array, double, right? And let's execute it and see what is the output, right? So see, on console we can see the original arrays 10, 20, 15, 30, and new arrays 20, 40, 160, that is the double, right? And as I told you, we can return anything. This here we return an object, right? So we can return anything. We can return here anything, right? But the output array, that is the double, will contain the same number of elements which the input contains. So let us suppose here if I'm saying I can return anything, so let me provide an example, right? So double value is right here. So we can see here whether the value is going to double, it is going to prevent double value and the value or not. So let's execute it, right? So now our new array is containing double value is 20, double value is 40, double value is 100, double value is 60, right? So we got to know that map returns an object of array which contain the same number of elements which we have in the input array, right? And also let us see how I told you, like in the first iteration item value will be 10, in the second 20. So let's print it as well. So console.log, right? So that we can see whether it is running in loop or not, like for each loop or not. So item value of item, right? So item. So we can see this loop should run 4 times, at least 4 times, right? Exactly 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and its values, item values 10, 20, 50, and 30. In a similar way, we can print other values as well if you want here, right? So index is index, right? And array is right array. Let us see whether what the value they are going to get. So right, so value of item is 10, its index is 0, and array is 10, 20, 50, and 30. So every time we are going to get the same array in each iteration here in our callback function. But what is changing here? The item number and its index number, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 10, 20, 50, and 30. And after that, each item is multiplied by 2. So we are returning getting this item 20, 40, 160. And since here map can return an object, so we can return anything. So we can pass here any string or anything, right? So that's how our map works. In the next video, we are going to see how filter works. Thanks for watching.